Definitely a sigh of relief that there's not going to be any headaches coming home.
After 14 months of negotiations, Air Canada announced shortly after midnight on Sunday that it had reached a 4-year tentative agreement with the union representing more than 5,200 of its pilots.
It sounds like the parameters of a good deal are there.
The Airline Pilots Association released a statement saying, in part, while it has been an exceptionally long road to this agreement, the consistent engagement and unified determination of our pilots have been the catalyst for achieving this contract. While details are not being released, the association says progress was made on several key issues, including work rules and compensation. One of the major sticking points during the labor talks were wages.
I've heard that it's a pretty attractive raise. They're not going to get quite to the U.S. level, but the gap is closed.
Air Canada also released a statement saying, in part, the new agreement recognizes the contributions and professionalism of Air Canada's pilot group while providing a framework for the future growth of the airline. The Canadian airline was preparing to cancel flights over 3 days and completely shut down its operations by as early as Wednesday. Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge operates nearly 670 flights per day, carrying about 110,000 daily passengers as well as freight. A strike being averted is also, believe it or not, good news for other airlines operating in Canada.
The reality is they couldn't have picked up that much because between safety regulations and just having the infrastructure in order to do that, it would have been nearly impossible, especially on a short-term basis.
According to Air Canada's website, a ratification vote by the membership is expected to be completed over the next month. Federal Labor Minister Stephen McKinnon posted on X shortly after the deal was reached, saying in part that he salutes the efforts of Air Canada and its pilots, and added that negotiated agreements are always the best way forward and yield positive results for both companies and workers.
Neither one of them wanted to go to binding arbitration and basically take a gamble. So, it was better that they came up with agreement between themselves versus having an agreement forced upon them.
Air Canada had called on the federal government to intervene in the dispute, but on Friday, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said that would only happen if it became clear no negotiated agreement was possible.
The government doesn't want to get involved in these types of negotiations. It's not good for them to get involved. I don't think anyone wants the government involved.
So if the deal is ratified, it looks like there will be no labor troubles in the years ahead to impact a smooth liftoff.
Really happy because I wasn't sure if today's flight was actually going to go, and it sounds like we're going to get a flight back.